In the interest of your time, I'm going to start with a disclaimer. The brand referenced in this video gifted me one of these watches, but did not have any control over what I say, get an early viewing of the video, or ask me to read a script. As a result, you can't consider this video to be fully unbiased, even though I aim to review the watch fairly. Gustave Cie said that I could request anything from their collection, and the one that appealed the most to me was the Charles 12. It has a classic dressy look, which is something that my current collection is actually missing a bit. Right now I have 4 tool watches: the SKX 007, the Zinn 556i, a G-Shock and a Vostok, all arguably tool watches, whatever that means. Even though the Zinn is pretty versatile, I admit it's still on the more rugged side. If you've watched my previous videos, I've been pretty vocal about not looking to purchase any more watches to add to my collection. More importantly, I'm not interested in adding clutter. But when a brand reaches out to me and is willing to gift a watch, especially from the French watch market, which is mainly dominated by Baltic and Serica, I'll definitely look into it. The brand is called Gustave & Cie, meaning Gustave & Co. or company. Hopefully my pronunciation is acceptable. Now, one interesting detail about the brand itself is where they are made. Gustave & Cie are based in Paris, where they have a showroom, but the watches are actually assembled in Besançon, is actually the historic heart and capital of French watchmaking. So it's cool to see them leaning into that heritage and not just putting it together where it's cheapest. Sizing wise, the case comes in at a very wearable 38mm in diameter, a thickness of 11.05mm, and a lug-to-lug distance of 45.2mm. The case material is polished and brushed in places, and it's a 316L stainless steel. It has a classic dress watch presence and sits very slim on the wrist, as you can see. This is allowed, of course, by the movement, but first, up front we have protecting the dial, a double-domed sapphire crystal, and flipping it over reveals an exhibition sapphire caseback with the Miyota 9015 with a custom rotor. And I do expect this at this price range. You already know the movement, but just in case you don't, it's a high-beat Japanese caliber beating 28,800 beats per hour, features hacking, and has a 42-hour power reserve. The dial features a date indicator at 6 o'clock, in my opinion the best position for a date, nice and symmetrical. It has a black or a white enamel dial with a brushed hour railway, with clean polished Dauphine style hands, giving the whole watch face a very neo-vintage look. It also features a 20mm lug width with interchangeable straps, and I have it here on both the stainless steel beads of rice and the slate grey stitched leather. It's interesting how it completely changes the vibe from an old school aesthetic to something a bit more modern and minimalist. This is clearly a dress watch, so you can't take any marks away from it regarding legibility or water resistance and lume. It's just not made for that. Watch instruments are made for a specific purpose. Yes, they tell the time, but sometimes it needs to be super tough, other times it needs to complete a look for an event, but most importantly, it's here to make you feel a certain way when you wear it. This watch does feel great to wear, and even had some compliments at the office from non-watch people, whereas my other watches did not. Now some points to improve, and there are a couple big ones for me. The case does feel slightly sharp on the underside, where I would expect some smoothness from a dress watch. It did not make it uncomfortable to wear on the wrist, but when I was handling the watch head with my hands, I could feel it. The other complaint I had was regarding the straps. They don't feel as good in terms of quality as the rest of the watch. However, they both arrived with quick release, even the metal bracelet, which is a massive win for me. I hate working with metal bracelets that don't have a quick release. As someone with a pretty sizable watch strap collection, I was planning on swapping them out immediately anyway, and you can see my full watch strap collection with links where possible, here or in the description. Their OEM straps are just fine, whereas I feel the rest of the watch deserves a little better. Next, I'm going to leave you with this lovely YouTube royalty-free music while I blast through 8 different watch strap combinations for this watch. If you want to skip it, there should be chapters available in the video. In the end, at least for now, I've settled on the blue Artem strap. The watch I decided to keep for myself is the silver one, as my current collection lacks that brighter look. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Gustave Cie. I think you should really consider this brand. They are outside of that Baltic hype, and if you wanted something that isn't from China, but also isn't the most popular thing to get from France, consider Gustave Cie. I think this brand has some real potential. Thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week.